A very good evening, everyone. I'm Priya Manan, and I'm delighted to welcome you to today's webinar, Mastering PMP, Your Gateway to Project Management Excellence. This webinar is brought to you by Education Nest, where we are dedicated to providing advanced corporate training and resources to help professionals build the skills they need to thrive in today's tech-driven world. At Education Nest, we believe that continuous learning is the key to staying competitive and adaptable. We're proud to offer webinars like this as part of our commitment to delivering valuable real world insights that can drive growth in your careers and businesses. Before we start, I would like to thank you all for taking the time to be here with us. We know how valuable your time is, and we are committed to making this session worth your while. Project Management Professional or PMP certification is one of the most prestigious and globally recognized credential in the project management industry. Offered by the Management Institute, this certification equips you with skills and knowledge needed to meet these demands and stand out in the competitive job market. Our organization across industries from IT and telecom to construction and manufacturing are seeking professionals who can lead projects with precision, adaptability, and strategic insight. Today's session will give you a comprehensive overview of PMP certification, what it entails, its benefits, and how you can leverage it for your career growth. It's my pleasure to introduce our esteemed trainer, Asjad A. Usmani, a seasoned PMP expert whose insights and expertise will make this session both engaging and impactful. As a PMI authorized consultant with over 20 years of experience, Asjad holds an impressive range of certifications, including PMP, PGMP, CAPM, Prince 2 practitioner, and more. He has trained over 20,000 professionals across more than 850 companies worldwide, bringing a wealth of practical knowledge and real-world expertise to every session. So let's get started. Grab your notepads, stay engaged, and don't hesitate to drop your questions in the comment section. We'll have a dedicated Q&A to a session towards the end, and we'll try to address as many queries as possible. Once again, welcome to our PMP webinar, and thank you, Asjad, for joining us today. The floor is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Priyam. Hello, guys. Welcome to this session, right, to this webinar. My name is Asjad Ismani, and I will be your speaker for this session. So we will be discussing regarding the PMP, and to become a certified project manager, you are on the right place to understand all the information regarding the PMI, PMP, how to stay tuned with the current market standards, and many, many things, guys, that we are going to discuss. So thank you very much. And I'm going to share with you guys what is the insight in that.
We are very excited to learn from you, Asjad.
Thank you. Thank you. So guys, as already you got to know that I'm having around 20 years plus years of experience in the project management, right, thinker, and also you can say that is the trainer, auditor as well. Train more than 20,000 people, guys, in the workshops, and that is enough, I think, for that. So now, guys, in that case, so as I told you, this webinar will teach you the everything that you need to know about the project management professional certification. So it will cover all the important stuff like how to start a project, how to make sure that the project goes smoothly, and how to finish it strongly. So by the end of this webinar, you will have all the skills and the knowledge to lead the project successfully, right? And like a pro, and stand out of the crowd in your career, guys. So it is very, very important to learn about that. So before move on to, guys, we would like to discuss our agenda for today. That is, what is PMP? What is the, guys, is that certification really for you or not? Because some people, they do have this confusion that, oh, PMP is not for me, or PMP is not for that industry. No, guys, this is irrespective of industry. What are the PMP future trends, right? What are the advantages to have this PMP certification, guys? Who should apply for that? What are the job roles you can have in the market, in the open market, guys, we must say? And then we will be discussing, guys, the qualification prerequisite for that, and then what are the performance domain, why this certification is good for the professionals, guys. That is important. So guys, we are going to discuss our session with respect to the introduction regarding that, right? So now coming to the point, guys, what is PMP certification, right? So almost all the people, guys, they are very much aware of it. What is PMP, right? So PMP stands for, that is the project management professional, right? It is one of the most renowned certification by the PMI, and this PMI is the Project Management Institute. So PMI or PMP, guys, one of the certification under that authorization body. There are total 8 certification, but yes, PMP is the most renowned certification, guys. And literally it is. And that is the reason, guys, we need to understand all of these things, how it will help us to execute the work or the project effectively and efficiently. Right. So this is what it is, a globally recognized credential, guys, offered by the PMI, as I said, and PMI is a non-profit organization. So PMP demonstrate a professional competencies in the project management. We need to understand the processes, techniques, methodologies, right? That is to attain, which will be helpful to attain this PMP certification. This, right, almost all the candidate, guys, need to meet certain requirement that we will be discussing at the time it will come. But yes, to pass this exam and agree to adhere to the PMI code of ethics and the professional conduct, it is very important. We need to follow all the time. So in that case, PMP, guys, certification covers almost all the aspect of the project, which is from initiating through closing. Right. So what is that, guys? How to initiate the project effectively and efficiently. How to make a plan. So guys, planning is a very important concern. If we are not making a proper plan, guys, if we are failing to plan, which means we are planning to fail. So planning, we need to execute as per the plan. There will be some changes and we need to, guys, adjust the changes. We need to manage the changes appropriately. We need to monitor and control the work throughout the life cycle. We cannot say that when we have to monitor and when we need to control. No, guys. So monitoring and controlling our work throughout the life cycle. And then we need to close our project, and this closure should be a formal closure. That is important, guys. So having this PMP certification will enhance a project manager credibility, potentiality, guys, leading to the better job opportunity in the market. And that is the reason PMP certified professional, they are gaining the higher salary in the project management field. So it would be a very valuable asset for you guys or for anyone those are looking for their advancement career in the project management. So I hope, guys, you got the point, a brief idea regarding what is the PMP certification. So in that case, whenever we are talking about, guys, the PMP, so we need to understand why PMP is so important. Because there are 5 important factors we need to keep in our mind, and guys, that will be very helpful in the current market standard. For example, after that we will be understanding that this is what the business, we need to keep the business in our mind. Because, guys, projects, those are initiated to deliver something which is useful for the business point of view. So it is important you must be aware and you stay aware of the benefit business context for the project. And that is the point, guys, you need to take the decision on daily basis. So that is the first important factor. Second important factor, guys, it is not necessary that you will be receiving your dream team. No, guys, it is not. Always receiving a dream team is not a concern, guys. So whenever you are receiving a team, we need to create a high performance team. That is the second important factor for this PMP. So how to work with the team, guys, and engage the others in the project point of view by building a fantastic team so that the team can deliver the work. And team is very important, guys. We have to work with the team. So we need to start the project. So about the tricky aspect of the project, guys, we need to understand how to start effectively and efficiently. So we need to cover almost all the things that we need to know about the how to make a plan, how to work for the best possible kickoff for the project. Right, we need to execute the work, because guys, how to get the work done right effectively and efficiently, we need to understand, guys, the input from the stakeholder. So stakeholders are very important factor also. So means stakeholders are the people, person, organization whose interest positively as well as negatively impact or be impacted by the project. And then guys, the team that we have developed, so we need to keep the team on track. So this is the beauty of this PMP certification, guys. And that is the point, guys, we have to work on it. In that case, if I will show you guys, that is the, is PMP right for you or not? There are only 1.5 million people, guys, are certified professional in the market. And that is the reason, guys, these are very popular. These PMP certified professional are in high demand in the current market. And if you will compare, guys, that PMP certified people, guys, their salary growth 33% and more. It depends person to person, but yes. So this PMP certification, guys, it will give you the leadership and the expertise that you are working in which type of the environment. So we do have, guys, environment like organization using the predictive, guys, approach. Some organization, they are using agile, which is very popular nowadays. Some organization, they are using the mix, which is known as the hybrid approach. So we need to execute the work effectively and efficiently, guys. So this certification is good for you. And that is the point, guys. As I told you, only 1.5 million people certified, right? Certification holders across the globe. In this, guys, across the globe, this is a very small percentage, and that's why you will be in high demand. And that is the reason, if I will show you, guys, that is the project management skills are in high demand according to this future trends, guys. That you can see, this is the CIO magazine report. Through 2027, guys, 2.2 million new project roles required. And the salary growth you can see over here, that is 23% to 33% for the certified, guys, and the non-certified professional. This PMP certification, the important thing over here is that, guys, PMP certification, it is irrespective of industry. Right, you can see that is for banking, IT, energy, manufacturing, healthcare, and also defense, civil, construction, infrastructure. So this is irrespective of industry, guys. The people, those are the PMP certified. So you can, guys, and it is what, how to manage the work effectively and efficiently. That is very important, guys. So now let's move towards, that is the advantages, if we can say, guys, the PMP advantages. So PMP certification advantages, guys, is what, the high, because it is globally recognized certificate. A certified professional by PMI, guys, land a job anywhere in the world with the undoubted edge over other job candidates. So that is very important. You will be learning new skills. So PMP certification benefits, guys, for the professional with respect to what, brush up on your previous learned project management skills while introducing you to the latest industry tools. And that is important, guys. If we are not following the current trends, if we are not following the current market standards, we will be out of the market, we will be out of the track. So we need to learn. That is very important. So PMP certified professional, guys, you will get the various opportunity to the network, to the other PMI members. And that is the reason PMI always promote their members. It is always recommended to have a membership. It is always recommended, guys, to take the membership of any local chapter. So it will network, guys. Your networking will move more and more. Right. So with more and people, guys, those are industry experts, right? They can broaden your career perspective. Right. According to the PMI statistics, as I told you, guys, 23 to 33% more salaries you are getting, guys, comparatively a person those are non-certified professional. And that is the reason, guys, whenever you are giving the exam, passing the exam, achieving the certificate demonstrate your dedication and commitment towards the job. So that is very important, guys, the PMP certification advantages. Right. So I hope, guys, you got the brief idea regarding the PMP certification advantage. So in that case, now we can move towards our new things, that is the job roles and who should apply first. So any person, as I told you guys, whatever the role you do have, you can apply for this PMP certification, like managers, engineers, team leaders, guys, and they would like to enhance their project management knowledge, project management skills, competitive edge, right? So they can, right, apply for this PMP. Any working professional, those are having 3+ years of experience in any industry, guys, that also those people are also eligible to sit for that PMP exam, PMP certification. Again, guys, you can see that it is, right, supply chain, pharmaceutical, project management and industry, working in the operation and many field, guys, those we are having in the current market. So project manager, obviously any individuals, those are looking for the PMP certification. In that case, guys, right, what is the job perspective in that? After having this PMP certification, right, there are some common job roles for individuals once you are the certified professional. Obviously, guys, the first role, that is the project manager. So PMP certified professional work as a project manager. Project manager basic role, guys, that is lead the team, right, to execute the work effectively and efficiently from initiating through closing, guys, as we know. That is very important, guys. So as I said, initiate the project, we need to plan the project, execute the project, monitoring and control, and then close the project. The closure should be a formal closure. So that is the role of the project manager, guys. Second role, that is the program manager. So program manager always oversee the multiple related projects and ensure that these multiple related projects aligned with the organization strategic objective. Strategic objective, guys, to achieve the organization goal. And that is the reason PMP certification equips professional with that skills for this role. Third role, guys, that you will be eligible, that is what the, and you will be receiving, that is the portfolio manager. So when we are talking about, guys, that is the portfolio managers responsible for managing the multiple projects, not related, guys, multiple projects, unrelated projects, and maybe the program to achieve the strategic objective of the organization. And not only, guys, that is also portfolio manager, that they are also looking towards the operation, program, projects, and many more things, guys, to achieve the strategic objective. So this certification, guys, provides the necessary knowledge effectively manage the portfolio for the projects. The fourth one, guys, that is the project coordinator. So PMP certified professional work as also, guys, that is what the coordinator, project coordinator. So assist the project manager for planning, assist the project manager for executing, monitoring the objective of the project. Because this PMP certificate demonstrate the competencies in the project management principles, project management practices. And also, guys, that is the project consultant. So as a project consultant, guys, or as a PMP certified professional, you may work as a consultant who will be offering some expertise in the project management methodologies, processes, best practices to organize and seeking to improve their project management capabilities. So that is very important, guys, job roles, right, you can achieve after having the PMP certification. So that is the reason, guys, PMP certification is good to have. It is for you. So now let's discuss, guys, about the skills that we are going to develop after this, guys, once you clear this PMP certification. And that is very important, guys. So these are the skills you will be developing, guys. Number one, that is the planning. Right. So planning. So as I said, guys, planning is an ongoing process. We need to keep update our plan throughout the life cycle of the project. So provide a thorough understanding of the project planning process. And planning, guys, it is not only one part, that is the planning with respect to scope, with respect to the scheduling, guys. You can say also that is the resource allocations as well. Resource allocation, proactively, guys, engage, right? As well as we can say there are many things, guys. Procurement, if required, procurement planning also we can have. We can have also, guys, that is, you can say that is the quality as well. We need to maintain the quality. Are we going to compromise with the quality? Obviously not, not at all, right? So in that case, planning. So if you are failing to plan, which means we are planning to fail. So skills that we need to learn, guys, how to make a proper plan. And plan will change, guys, we know that. So planning is an ongoing process. We need to keep updated our plan because of the changes. We need to understand, guys, that is the leadership. Leadership, it is not the title, position, or rank to be attained. Leadership, it is a service to be given. So we need to develop, guys, our leadership quality. So PMP certified professional learn leadership skills to motivate the team. It is very important, guys. So these are the skills that you need to have, you need to learn, guys. Motivate the team. You are the one who need to resolve the conflicts. Conflicts are inevitable on the project. You need to have a foster collaboration amongst the project stakeholders, right? Effective leadership is very crucial for guiding the teams towards the project success. That is important, guys. So there are many leadership style, but yes, that is not the time, guys, to explain that. But yes, leadership quality that we need to learn. Third point, guys, we can say that is the communication. Communication, it is not just speaking in any particular language, guys. Communication, verbal, written, pitch and tone, paralingual, presentation style. So that is the communication, guys. So project communication, as I told you, guys, we have to have the effective and efficient communication. And that we can say collectively, it should be proactive, not reactive. Most, so we need to learn, guys, how to make our communication proactive rather than reactive. So communication should be clear, guys. So we need to keep the 7 C's in our mind regarding the communication. So communication should be clear, communication should be correct, communication should be complete, communication should be, guys, concrete, concise, courteous, coherent communication. So that is what the, for the communication, guys, we need to keep in our mind 7 C's. So how to, guys, understand these 7 C's? That is the skills that we need to develop, guys. Right. Once we do have a good communication skills, guys, after that only we can convey our message to our team, or rather than team, guys, I must say the word, to our stakeholders. Stakeholders, guys. Stakeholders are the people, person, organization whose interest positively as well as negatively impact or be impacted by the project. So yes, that is important, guys. Communication, right? So means we need to update our team member, guys, whenever any changes are coming. We need to, guys, take the input from our clients. Research says that majority of the projects are failure because of lack of communication, guys. And this is the fact. The research done 84 countries and 500 fortune companies, majority of the projects are failure. So guys, we need to learn how to make the effective and efficient communication, right information, right time, in a right format to the right people, so that we can take the right decision. That is the communication, guys, the skills we need to develop. And that is the point, guys, number 4, which is the risk. What is a risk? A risk is an uncertain event or condition, unforeseen event or condition. If it will occur, will give you positive impact as well as the negative impact. So guys, we need to learn, we need to understand, right? Risk, it is a critical aspect of the project management. So PMP certified professional learns how to, guys, identify the risk, the techniques for the risk identification. After that risk identification, we need to analyze the risk. How to analyze, that is again guys in detail, right? PMP certified professional, they will be understanding how to guys make a response planning to minimize or to reduce the project disruptions. That is the important. So risk is not always negative guys, risk is positive, and that's why positive risk, which is known as the opportunity, and the negative risk, that is known as a threat. So we need to increase the chances of the success as much as you can and reduce the chances of the failure as much as we can. So that is risk guys. So it is, as I told you, risk is not an optional, it is a mandatory part guys of the project. And that is the reason communication, leadership, time guys. Next one we can say time management. So rather than time, I will be using the word scheduling. It is a very important guys. So in that case, this PMP certification teaches you the scheduling management or the time management to ensure that projects will be completed within the schedule constraints. So guys, professional need to learn, right, how to develop the realistic project timeline, how to prioritize the task, how to make the dependencies, right, manage the deadlines effectively and efficiently, right? So means that is the very important factor guys. So these are the skills you need to develop guys. So PMP certification guys not only demonstrate your proficiency in the project management process methodology, but also equips the individuals with the valuable skills those are essential for the successful leading and executing the project in the today's dynamic business environment. And that is the point I told you guys, keep the business in your mind. That is very, very important, guys. So in that case, if I'm talking about guys, how the PMI, they are evaluating your performance. So they are evaluating your performance with respect to the people domain. Guys, project is discussed by people, negotiated by people, communicated by people, work done by people. So it is a great reminder where to focus our time and energy. And that is the point, guys, managing the conflicts. That is the part of the people. Again, guys, lead a team building, guys, collaboration with team, mentor also the relevant stakeholder. So we need to keep the stakeholder engaged. We cannot manage the stakeholder guys, we have to, or we need to keep them engaged throughout the life cycle of our project. Second factor guys, what PMI, they are evaluating your performance with respect to the processes. So processes guys, that is how to manage the budget, right, how to manage the schedule, managing the procurement scope, right, project governance also. Governance is a framework within which the authorities exercise. So what is the role of the PMO, project management office? What is the role of the change control board, or we can say guys, what is the role of the steering committee? So we need to also ensure the knowledge transfer guys, that is the lessons learned, good or bad experience guys. So what went well, what went wrong, what could have gone better, what are the things that puzzled us, and how can we improve that? So there are evaluating your performance with respect to the processes. And the third one guys, obviously that is the business environment guys. As I told you, business. So projects are initiated to deliver something useful for the business point of view. So it is important for us or for you guys to stay aware of the business context of the project. And we need to take the decision on daily basis. So managing the compliances, delivering the project benefits, right? So value is the degree of benefit guys. Benefit is a gain, right? So that is very important. So evaluate the changes. So changes guys, we are not only welcoming the changes, we are embracing the changes, because guys, market condition change, right? Because of the customer requirement change, because of the technology change. So change is a very important factor guys, and we need to guys align to the real life practice, and that is the important thing. So business environment support the organization change as well guys. So as I told you, we need to keep in our mind with respect to the business guys, business environment. So end of the day, our project or the work is creating the value to the organization or not. So value is important, guys. So value, obviously, business value I'm talking about, which is the net quantifiable benefit derived from your business endeavor. And that's why the business value, it is the combination of tangible as well as intangible. Right. So intangible, that is the brand, name, goodwill, reputation, strategic alignment, guys. And tangible, that is the monetary assets, market shares. So that is the reason, guys, we need to understand. And that's why PMP certification is very important, right? For every person, those are having experience and they will be the future leader. That is the point, guys. Second important factor, if I will say, that is the 8 performance domain that PMI evaluating. So number one, team, stakeholders, approaches, planning, uncertainty, delivery part, measurement, and also the project work. One by one, guys, if I will explain. So in that case, number one performance domain, guys, that is what? That is a team. So team performance, guys, in that case, whenever we are talking about a team, guys, so team always decide their own. So we need to consider, guys, the team member should be self-organized and the self-motivated. How to make our team, guys, self-organized and the self-motivated? This is the point we need to learn. We need to develop a high performance team. We need to develop the team, guys, those can share their ownership, guys. So means in that case, they are always happy to share their responsibility, and not only the responsibility, guys, accountability. That is important. And also happy to achieve that another team member role. So the team performance domain activities and the function with the people, guys. Again, as I said, people domain. So team member, guys, must be cross functional. So in that case, cross functional, because the teams are having different views, opinion, open dialogue, expertise to collaborate to achieve a consensus, and the consensus may lead towards the commitment, and the commitment may lead towards the common objective. So guys, team performance very important. And that is the point we need to learn in detail, guys, for the PMP certification part. High performance team, right? Again, the leadership quality, as I said, leadership, it is not the title, position, or rank to be attained. Leadership, it is a service to be given. Right. So means if the person need to understand the interpersonal skills demonstrated by all the team member. What is good inside, we need to check and then develop the team, grow the team accordingly. The team member, guys, must be having transparency in their communication, because this communication, transparent communication or open communication, guys, always prevents the misunderstanding and also clearing up the existing one. And this clear communication or the transparency in the communication is strengthening the relationship. Right. So team member also, guys, as I told you, the always share their responsibility and happy to have the another team member responsibility, or I can say the accountability. The team member have to have, guys, emergent behavior. At any particular interval, the team reflects on how to become more effective and adjust their behavior accordingly. Team. Second, guys, performance domain, which is the stakeholder, guys. Who are the stakeholder? As I said, people, person, organization whose interest positively as well as negatively impact or be impacted by the project, guys. All the stakeholder are supportive? No, guys. We cannot expect that all the stakeholder are supportive. Some stakeholder, guys, are resistant. Some stakeholders are unaware. Some stakeholders are neutral. Some stakeholder, guys, are the leading. Right. So we need to understand that stakeholder performance, right, accordingly, with respect to their power, with respect to their involvement, with respect to their legitimacy, with respect to their interest, attitude, and also many factor, guys. So this stakeholder performance also we need to understand. And that is the beauty, guys, to have this PMP certification. Third point, we can say, guys, that is the development approach. So which approach your organization would like to prefer? So there are three types of the approaches PMI always recommend as per the part of the PMP guys certification. Number one, that is the predictive approach. When the scope is clearly defined, you can use, and in that case, we can execute the work guys by having the phases, decompose the work into the more manageable components. Right. Second one, we can say that is the agile approach, or we can say that is the change driven approach. When the work change with respect to time, right, so the requirements are not clear, so in that case we need to execute guys in the iterative and the incremental approach. And in another word, we can say that is the progressive elaboration. When we are going in depth, more clarity and the more specific work will be there. Right. So we need to learn how to understand that, how to prioritize which approach is good for our project. Right. In that project life cycle consists of the phases, business and the stakeholder value from the beginning till the end of the project, guys. Beginning means, as I told you, that is the life cycle of the project: initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and control, and close the project. So development approach and the life cycle, predictive approach guys, or you are using the adaptive approach. And the third approach, which is known as guys, which is the combination of both predictive as well as the adaptive, which is known as the hybrid approach. So approach guys, we need to understand, so the activities and the function associated with particular approach. So the concern is not that which approach you are using, guys. The concern over here is that are we really creating the value, guys, to our customer or not? From the business standpoints to the customer, or in a better word, I can say that those are the stakeholder, because customers are my stakeholder, end users are my stakeholder, governmental bodies are my stakeholder, right, investors are my stakeholders, and so on. So that is very important, guys. Sorry. In that case, whenever we are using number 4 performance domain, guys, that is the planning performance. As I told you, planning is an ongoing process, guys. No one can say that I have created my plan and after that my plan will not change. No, guys, planning is an ongoing process, right? So time is spent through the planning appropriate for the situation. So planning is very important, it is an ongoing. So if you are failing to plan, which means we are planning to fail. And as I told you guys, in this planning performance domain, we need to learn plan with respect to, guys, scheduling, with respect to the costing, with respect to the resource allocation, right, with respect to the, you can say, the organization methodologies, with respect to the to achieve the strategic objective of the organization, the project progress in the organized way, coordinated way, right, or not. So this is what there should be a holistic approach to deliver the project outcomes, guys. Right. So project delivering the output, and the output will give you the outcome. Right. So these are the important thing, guys, we need to keep in our mind. So the process for the adaptation of the plan throughout the project based on the emerging and the changing needs or the condition. And that is the point what I said, planning is an ongoing process. We need to keep updated our plan throughout the life cycle. Right. Number 5, guys, that is the performance domain, that is the uncertainty, guys. Risk is an uncertain event or condition. If it will occur, will give you the positive, negative impact. So we need to, guys, that is what I told you, threats and the opportunities, positive risk, guys. So we need to understand, anticipate the opportunities and also the threats. Right. So we need to increase the chances of the success as much as we can, reduce the chances of the failure as much as we can. Opportunities, guys, should be realized to improve the performance. We need to understand, guys, based on the uncertainties, what are the reserve I need to keep it aside. So reserve, so we do have, guys, contingency reserve, we do have the management reserve, guys, we do have the scheduling reserve as well. How much time we need to keep it as a reserve, so that I can utilize my resources effectively and efficiently. So that is very important, guys. Uncertainty. So based on the uncertainty, guys, we need to understand the reserve, right? We can understand, that is, you can say the positive and the negative impact. So means, that is what, guys, we need to proactively exploring the responding to the uncertainty. So uncertainty performance is a very important performance, guys. Number six, that performance domain, guys, that is the delivery. So in that case, whenever we are talking about the delivery part, guys, which means the deliver with respect to scope, and also, guys, we need to maintain the quality. A quality is nothing but, guys, that is the stakeholder expectation. So stakeholder should accept that scope, guys. So what is the scope? All the work required and only the work required, right? How to collect the requirement, that is important, guys, by having the team inputs from the stakeholders. So how to take, guys, quality, that is the standard, right? Stakeholder, how the stakeholder will be satisfied, so that is also very important, we need to learn. And this is the point, PMP certification is providing that much of information in detail. So stakeholder, those are, guys, those are accepting your results, we can say, or the deliverable. In a technical word, if I can say, the deliverable, and the stakeholder must be satisfied with the project deliverables. Deliverable, I am delivering a lecture, guys, so this is a deliverable. So stakeholder accept and satisfy with the project deliverables. If the stakeholders are not satisfied and they are not accepting the deliverable, guys, can we consider that successfully completion of the project? Obviously not. So delivery performance, again, is very important, guys. So we need to realize the benefit, guys, within a time frame. It does not mean, guys, this is the reason project, it is what, it is always having a specific and the end date, beginning and the end date. And that's why the project always temporary in nature. Otherwise, guys, if we are not considering that particular, guys, you can say, the characteristics of the project, it will become an operation. But as I told you, guys, the benefit should be realized, the value should be realized within a time frame. What is the use, guys, if we are getting the value after 2 years and my duration of the project 1 year? So there is no use. So that is the important, guys, the value and the benefit should be realized in a time frame, guys, and in which they were planned. That is important. So delivery, guys, it is again very important. Number seven, guys, that we can say measurement, guys. So measure what really matters, and that is the important, guys, we need to make, guys, the monitoring and controlling, measure what really matters, right? So what is the status of the project, what is the current progress of our project, guys? So we need to take the action based on the data, and the data will become information, and the information will become report. And the report, guys, if not telling me the story, then there is no use of that report. So measure, as I told you, what really matters, it is very, very important, right? So timely and the appropriate action to keep the project performance on track. We need to achieve the target, guys, and that is the reason we need to, guys, make a forecast planning. Forecast planning, how much money I need to complete, how much time I need to complete, how much the work balance, are we really on track or not? So what is our current performance, right? So that is the important thing, guys. So as I told you, measure what really matters, so that is very, very important, guys. And number 8 point, which is known as, guys, that is the work. So what is that, guys? That is the work. So effectively and efficiently, guys, project performance, the work domain, work performance, right? So in that case, we need to combine appropriate communication with the stakeholder that we need to deliver, right? So project process are appropriate or not, in which project environment we are working. So guys, there are known as the some factors, those are the external, and some factors are the internal factors, but both of them out of our control. So we need to understand that in which, guys, performance, or in which, we can say, the factors we are executing the work, because some factors may impact our performance positively, some factors may impact our performance negatively, So that is known as the factor. So project work, guys, that is what address the activities and the function, project processes, managing the resources, and fostering a learning environment. Lessons learned, good or bad experience, what went well, what went wrong. So that is very important, guys. Performance number 8. And then let's move on towards the examination detail, guys, for the PMI. So this examination format, it is the CBT, computer based test, guys. And these tests based on the Pearson centers, or you can give, guys, that is the online, as well as you can give through the Pearson centers, guys. Pearson View Center. Every city, metropolitan city, is having this Pearson centers, guys, available, but you can give the online, that is from home as well. So number of the question, guys, there are total 180 question. Out of that 180 question, guys, 175 questions are the scored one, and the 5 questions are the trial question, guys, or sometimes we can use the word pre-test, right? Pre, right? In that case, you will be giving right answer or the wrong answer, that they will not give you the mark. So these are the trial question, guys. So only 175 questions are the scored one. All the question, guys, are the scenario based question. These are the MCQs, and also the test is a psychometric, guys. They just want to cross check our human psychology, guys. Psychometric, cognitive ability. Are you really able to manage the team? Are you really able to create the value? And that is the reason all the question will be scenario based question, guys. Scenario. So according to the current industry scenario, the question will be asked, right? In that case, we can say the exam content they will be asking, guys: initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and control, and close. And also, as I told you, that is what the keeping the business in your mind, people, processes, and the business environment. Duration of the exam, guys, 230 minutes, right? But after 70 minutes there will be a 10-minute break. So this 10-minute, guys, out of your time. So this is the total duration, 210, and the 2 10 minutes break. So like that, total would be 230. So these break are optional. You would like to continue or you would like to cancel the break, you can. Choice is yours. But yes, after 70 minutes the break will start. The eligibility criteria to sit for the PMP examination, guys: you have to have 4 years bachelor degree. After that, 3 years of project management experience, guys. I am not saying the role should be a project manager. No, the project management experience. Or if you are having the, guys, diploma holder, as a diploma holder we need 5 years of experience, and in both the cases, that is the 35 hours of formal training or education that we will be providing to you, guys. So that these are the very important factor, guys, we need to keep in our mind. So that's all I do have for you. And yes, so thank you very much, guys, for listening to me, and I hope you are now very much aware of it, why this PMP certification is good for your career growth. Right, through the education nest, guys, we do provide almost all the professional certification training, guys. So you can follow us on, that is our Facebook page, that is the education nest.com, and education.nest official, that is our LinkedIn page. Education nest you can use, guys, at Twitter, right? Or you can say on the X, right? Currently we are having Instagram, guys, education underscore nest. And also you can go through the YouTube, guys, that is the education nest official. Right. So that's all I do have for you. So Priyam, you can please proceed.
Thanks, Asjad. I mean, wow, what an insightful session. I've learned so much, and I'm sure to people who watched it, they have benefited a lot from this session. I mean, thank
Thank
you so
you.
much for breaking down the world of PMP for us. It is incredible to see how project management is evolving and how we can all stay ahead with the right strategies. Now, let's open the floor to questions to the questions from our audience. And a request to the audience: if you haven't already sent your questions, now is the time, because we have a very expert trainer with us who can like clarify all your doubts regarding PMP. So don't you miss this opportunity. So, Asjad, I will be starting with the first question. We have quite a few questions here with us. What, how many PDUs do I need to maintain PMP certification?
Right. So we need total 60 PDUs participants, right? So 60 PDUs, that is the professional development units. And this duration within 3 years, they need to gain. How they can gain, they can make it, take a training, or they can like a webinar. So this webinar also associated 1 hour PDU. So they can have the 1 hour study will be considered as a one PDU, and these PDUs they need to generate in 3 years, and total number of the PDUs 60 PDUs.
Okay.
Hope the answer.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope it answers like the person who asked the question. I hope this answered well. Our next question, Asjad, is what are some alternatives to PMI for project management certification? Would you like me to repeat?
Yes, please, because yeah,
What
yeah.
are some alternatives to PMI for project management certifications?
Okay, so there are so many guys those are asking that. So means you can see because that is the PMP, but yes, because it is a question, so I have to give the answer. Otherwise, it would be a different brand that is like a Prince 2 guys, right? So you can go that is the projects in control environment, and that is the UK based standard, which is the alternative of the PMP. But if you are talking about in general across the globe, PMP is having more value than Prince 2. I'm not denying or I'm not saying that which one is having, because we are comparing two different things. One is apple, another one is the orange. So how can we compare that, right? So we should be but in that case, still if you want to ask, so there are so many, but yes, the most aligned or most you can say comparative with respect to PMP, that is the Prince 2, and I'm also having that. Hope the answer.
All right. Thank you, Azhar. You explained it very well with the example that you've given us. Moving on to our next question. How can I get that certificate? Now, I'm assuming that certificate would be PMP, right? How can I
No
get
question.
a PMP? I mean, the question is how can I get that certificate? I'm assuming it's a PMP certificate that the
Okay.
audience is asking.
Yes. So, guys, there are certain criteria. Number one, first of all, you have to have the minimum 3 years of experience, as I said. After that, or you have to have 4,500 hours working on the project. Not necessary, the role should be a project manager. Once you are fulfilling that criteria, you need to go through the education nest 35 hours of formal training. After the training, we will be issuing that 35 PDUs, right? And we will help you to submit your PMI application. Once the PMI application submitted to PMI will take 7 working days to approve your application. Once the application approved, then you can make payment for the examination. As I told you, once you are going for the payment, it is always recommended to make the PMI membership first and then go for the exam. Once you book slot your exam through the Pearson centers, and then congratulations, you will be certified PMP. So that is the entire journey of the PMP certification.
Great, great. I hope the person who asked the question, your question answer, it's answered well. Moving on, Azhar, what is the PMP exam fee refund policy?
Yeah, PMP exam. First of all, why the people are thinking that, right, refund policy? But still, if they are, so guys, there is before 30 days of your exam, if you have make the payment and you don't want to go for the PMP examination, so you can make that cancel the exam. And once you cancel the exam, PMI will be charging you $100 approximate, guys. It may vary because of there are two things. Number one, that is the developing countries and the developed countries. So the charges may vary, but yes, I can say round figure $100. So they will be charging as a processing fees, and the rest of the amount they will be give you refund. But yes, this is applicable only if still you are having minimum 30 days to your exam. If you are within 29 days, no refundable will be there.
Oh, okay. So we need to be very careful, and I hope
Yes, very careful.
like we shouldn't have this thing to not expect a refund. I hope the person clears the exam well. Okay, moving on. What is the PMI audit process?
Yeah, good. So PMI, first of all, it is a system generated audit, first of all, guys. So not necessary that your application will come in audit, not necessary, right? Anyway, because in case if the because it is a random audit, random selection by the system. But in case if the application came in audit, so we have to guys submit our certificate, that is the degree certificate you have submitted, right, or you have mentioned in the application. Second thing, what are the experience that you have submitted, you need to write the to your manager or to your direct report person, and that report person will make it authorize, yes, you have done the work with them. So that is the verification how the PMI audit. So PMI, for this process they will be giving you 90 days extra to submit the requested document. Once submitted, again guys, the audit process will take 5 to 7 working days, and yes, you will get the approved and the application will be accepted, and after that only you can go for the exam, you can book the slot.
Thank you, Asjad. Move on to the last question of this webinar. Is it mandatory to renew your PMP certification?
Good. That is very, I really like it. So, because that is the important thing, guys, 60 PDUs means the validity of the certification, it is 3 years, right? In that 3 years, the if you are not, guys, you are not gaining the 60 PDUs, automatically the certificate will be revoked. So there is no use, guys. You have done so much efforts and you have spent so much of money, guys. So in that case, it is better to renew your certificate for every, guys, it is known as the CCR, continuous certification renewal process. So by gaining the 60 PDUs, you will be, guys, renewing your certificate for the next 3 more years, because the validity of the certificate 3 years only. So PMI always support that that Priyam said earlier, and I like the statement that you said, Priyam, that is the continuous learning is very important. So PMI want the participant, those are PMP certified, for the continuous learning, and that is the reason they are asking that participant who is PMP certified must gain 60 PDUs for the next 3 more years. Hope the answer.
All right. So that brings us to the end of the Q&A session. But I must say, Azrad, after listening to you talk about PMP, I mean, I as a person completely away from the field, you've got me hooked onto it. While you were like telling us, I was like, "Kya main bhi kar lu? Should I also, enroll in this?" Because you made it
Thank
sound so
you.
interesting and it looks really fun, like
Thank
all the
you. Thank
things
you.
that people are supposed to do. So thank you so much. Um,
Welcome.
at Educationist, we believe that knowledge is the key to unlocking our greatest professional potential. If you found today's session valuable, we encourage you, excuse me, sorry. If you found today's session valuable, we encourage you to stay connected with us on our social media channels that were mentioned by Azrad earlier, and explore our wide range of training courses designed to help you excel in your career. Thank you all for joining us today. Keep striving for excellence, stay curious, and watch out for our upcoming webinars. Until next time, take care, keep making an impact. Thank you.